down in all areas, or do you do any, do in different directions?
Like for the whole face, it will all be in the same direction.
It will be.
Yeah. If she had, actually for the whole piece, pretty much it will all be in the same direction. If I started the piece going like this, I would have stayed with it.
I thought you did crosshatching.
Well, I do, but it's feathering. It's very slight cross-hatching. And it all has to be in the same basic direction. I can't now all of a sudden decide to go like this. Or it won't.
And is there any thought when you're first starting what angle you're going to go with, or are you just...
I'll sit here and I'll go, oh, I should do this part, and I'll go like that, and I'll go, okay, well, there's my direction. Although sometimes I do. I will think about it, but usually I'll just get in there. I'm usually very excited to get going. I get a new piece that I've been wanting to do, and I sit down and go, oh, God, I'll just get in there and start doing it, and then there's my commitment.
This also you did the same way, this piece? I mean...
Yeah, she's basically the same. Yeah, you're right. So I probably pretty much do it this way.
Do you do different compositions of the same picture to see what works?
On the computer, you mean, before I start?
Before you start, yeah.
Yeah, actually I do. I usually start with a bigger one, and then I go, crop it down. I like real tight crops, for faces especially. I can't explain why, I just really like it. And I will bring it down and bring it down and bring it down until this one, I wanted this hair. So I had to stop it there. But that was my deciding factor. I might even have brought it in more and had no hair at all, just a real close-up of the face with bubbles. Now I can do both the light highlights. Let's try this again. That's better. And the dark at the same time.
Feathery.
Yeah.
So you're going to today, little bit today.
Yeah. Is that a sneeze or a cough? Oh, no, I'm not going to bless you. I can't bless coughs. I bless sneezes. I never heard anybody say that's true. The funnest part to me, and one that is kind of difficult, is when you do it in pieces, like I just showed you. I did this, and then I did this, and now I'm doing them together. Is to make it all smooth and not look like it was done in batches. It's like, does anybody have a spare board that I could use for just?
What size do you have?
Doesn't even matter. Thank you. It's like if you did a row. If you did a row like this, and then you did a row like this. You got two little rows, don't know if you can see that. And you realize, oh God, it's supposed to be attached. So now you have to do a row in the middle. So you kind of blend them in together. You're playing around with it, and now you can go like this, where the joints are.
So now your feathering is like longer than the original.
Because I have to blend the two rows together.
Right. That's where I have most trouble is making it.
Yeah, and now you could never tell there was two rows that weren't attached. And that's what I'm basically doing here, and that's what you do when you're making the whole piece work, is you want them all to fit. And this is why I think a light touch is really helpful. Because then you can work it and work it and work it without really making gougy things that are hard to blend. Also, I believe Kathy already mentioned, this, somebody did, that it's hard to, maybe it's wrong, it's hard to re-ink and do over again if you've left this big massive texture in there. But when it's just real soft like this and you re-ink, you can't tell. Then I'll get it to a certain point where I'll just go in. Let's say that this is, let's say this is going to be the finished layer. I'm done. But it looks so splotchy and weird, you know, you don't like that. I'll actually go in there and just do a little, you know, a little touch here. So I can see where it's darker there, darker there.
I watched Mark do that so methodically that it's just unbelievable.
See, Kathy's got it down where she just does the whole thing at once. It's done smooth. Me, I have to go back in and go.
You
I have
can
a
use
hard
more
time.
spit, Diane.
I find it harder with the scalpel to get the little spots than like using scriber, pencil scribe or something.
Oh, scriber, yeah, I think that you're probably right. But even for a general area like this, I don't know if everybody can see what I'm doing. But I can make this all quite uniform
Yeah.
by just filling it in like this. And so a lot of my fine work is just filling in the gaps. But it's good to know that you can do that, you know. It's a good fallback for when you don't get a real smooth thing going for you. And oddly enough, the tip of her nose is darker. You would, you almost automatically think of that as being the lightest part of the nose. But I don't know if it's because of the way her lips are doing or what's doing it. It's pulling the tip down so that the light stops at a point. But in order to get that complete expression, you can't go with your instincts and go ahead and make it lighter. You need it to be the shade that it is.
What you
I've
see.
noticed that on most, or on a lot of pictures at that angle.
The tip of the nose is darker.
Did the reflection or the lighter area it's kind of curved.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see it on this one.
Yeah, yeah. I'll show you the wrinkles around the eye next, because I think that's important here. She's really got her little eyes squinched tight. I don't know if she got a bubble in it at one time and went, oh, that hurts.
Maybe she'll make a push.
Yeah.
So if you look at it right now, isn't it all the same? I mean,
No, because I can see what I'm doing. This here is going to be brought much